The tragic loss of our gallant officers and soldiers in a helicopter crash at a Chukuba village near Shiro, that is in Niger State, yesterday brought immense sadness to me. These officers and men were answering the call of duty while on an evacuation mission in their dedicated service of our beloved country. They paid the ultimate price. While we mourn the untimely departure, we will forever remember them not just as servicemen, but as national heroes who gave their all for the peace and security of our country. They will always be remembered as courageous men who did not consider the perils and dangers of their national duty as paramount to their sacred mandate of ensuring that their fellow countrymen and women can live in peace. We salute their sacrifice. We salute their devotion and loyalty toward their nation, the nation they loved and served to the end. On behalf of a grateful nation, I extend my condolences to their families, the Chief of Defense Staff, the Chief of Air Staff, the Chief of Army Staff, the Chief of Naval Staff, and the entire armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God grant them eternal rest, and may the perpetual light of God continue to shine on their souls. This was the statement of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President of Nigeria, on death of military officers in Niger State. On that note, I'm welcoming you to another edition of the program you'll be waiting for. This is Politics Today on MFM TV, where we set agenda and project the truth, situated in the premises of the Aces Hotel, Apete in Ibadan. Don't forget, you can be part of the conversation. Follow us on all our social media platforms. You can watch us live and direct on Facebook at MFM TV. Drop your comment. We shall attend to every of your last comment before the end of the show. Even though, as you know, we usually embrace an interactive session. Drop your comment and then we read them through. And also, you can call into the number 081-5919-4247 is the right number to dial into. 081-5919-4247 is the right number to call into. It's not going to be a lone man show today. I have my guest in the house with me this afternoon, of which we shall say one of the things in the world of politics today. Before that, Olusola, Ayobami is my name and people call me living. So I will be your anchorman for today. And then in the next 1 hour, we shall drive you through, we shall trade one another around the corner of our politics, both in Oyo State and in Nigeria at large. Good afternoon, Honorable Alex Oludayo.
Good afternoon, sir.
Honorable Alex Oludayo, can you hear me, please?
Good afternoon.
Okay. I have with me Honorable Alex Oludayo, and then we shall go around the politics today. For today, when we say talk about who Honorable Alex Oludayo is, a former candidate to the House of Assembly in Oyo State under the platform of Accord Party, and a seasoned politician to the core. Okay, without wasting much of our time, Honorable Alex Oludayo, it's a pleasure meeting you on the show for today. But because I know our viewers and our listeners at home, they'll be waiting for you, they'll be waiting for the questions that you would answer based on your experience and based on the fact that they know you as a seasoned politician when we talk about Honorable Fatokun Alex Oludayo, former ASC State Honorable candidate. Honorable Alex, without wasting much of our time, let's just go down straight to the business. Thank God you live in Ibadan, you live in Oyo State, you've shaken this thing. You live in Oyo State, and we all know well that what you do, we know how you tried to be a part of the House of Assembly in Oyo State during the last election. Let me even start from there. What were your intentions before you say you want to contest to the House of Assembly in Oyo State there? You want to represent the people of Lagelu at large. What were your intentions? What plans do you have in your custody before you could say you want to run to the position of House of Assembly in Oyo State?
Thank you, my senior colleague. Once again, my name is Honorable Fatokun, popularly known as HFA. The meaning of HFA is Hope for All. I look around and realize there is no hope for Nigerian youths in this country, more especially the poor or the average Nigerian. Take a look at Oyo State. When I was contesting, there are some youth suggesting me that is there no youth in PDP government presently? But can we say we have any youth in this present government? The youth that was replaced by their whole cargoes, by the old people. I was so surprised when the state House of Assembly Speaker calling the governor my dad. Please, if you are calling someone your dad, and your dad is going back in, can you correct him? If you are calling someone the mentor, and the mentor is doing what you don't like, can you correct him? That is the present situation we find ourselves in Nigeria, in Oyo State. I call this present government social media government.
Social media
because
government.
I'm coming. Everything they do, everything they claim they do, you see it on social media without seeing it with your physical eye. I wish our people can call from different local government in Oyo State and tell us 2 or 3 kilometers that we have a good road in Oyo State. If we continue much about this thing, I would like to give an assistance. I live in Lagelu local government. I was born and brought up in Lagelu government. If you tell me a road that was well constructed in Lagelu within the space of 6 years or 5 years, they've been running other state governments and always borrow billions upon billions on projects. We even gaining from all these projects. Like Toyo that was they spent up to 48 billion. But we have some youth that cannot even speak for us because they were there representing their father. Take a look at the appointment that was given to Nigeria, to Oyo State people. I think when I started learning politics, I was in politics since my tender age. That should be around 2005, 2006. Before any appointment or any commissioner or any special advisor has been appointed, the name should be sent to the house. This government did nothing. You receive letter and you receive office immediately. Even with the with their resumption, we seeking to point out as their progress. I've been thinking about some questions. That one, what is the fate of the poor Nigerian youth in this country? Why is poor Nigerians in politics not recognized or being given any appointment in Nigeria? Why? I've asked this question in so many places and I never received the answer.
Okay, maybe I will push the question to you directly now. You know, when we talk about assessing this present administration, you know, I asked you the question that what do you have in mind for you to say you would like to run for the position of House of Assembly in your state, and then you made us to understand solely that there is no hope for the youth, but you want hope for all. That is why people call you HFA, hope for all. But now, you know, we have been saying the youth are the future. The youth of today are the future of tomorrow. But now, even though the youth of yesterday, they are not, I mean, they were not the future of today. When will they be the future? When is the exact future? Or should we say, we will have the repetition of the administration of the old system, year in, year out, every 4 weeks?
And to your first question, sir, you said, what is my intention of contesting as the State House of Assembly? I love my people and I've been an activist since my university days. I always disappointed and so hungry when I see my fellow youths suffering, facing a lot of things in our country that was so blessed. As Yoruba will say, wọ́n ní ọmọ ọlọ́mọ là ránṣẹ́ dé tòrútọ̀rú. These people had maybe 10% or 15% out of them have their children in this country. But when we are talking about politics or disorganizing things in Nigeria, they make use of the poor youth. But to me, what I think it can be the solution is, if we youth can come together and speak in one accord, thinking less of what we can gain from these people, standing on our feet, forget about godfatherism or being under any leader. Because even I want them to realize one thing, that you cannot be under a leader if there is no grace. You may not achieve anything. Because the same way they promise you is the same way they promise another person. And they also have their own children thinking they will hold something one day. So they are using us. To me, what can be the solution of this country is, if we youth can stop this godfatherism, depending on these rich people, thinking of what and how can change our father's land. That's my own thinking.
You yourself, you don't believe in godfatherism, and you want to come here openly on air that you don't have anybody that is bankrolling you, or you don't have any godfather somewhere.
I can say it anywhere. I don't have any godfatherism. I don't have anybody bankrolling, backing anything. Anything I do it with my hard money.
I should even ask you straightly like this. You said you are an activist, or maybe Omoyele Shiwore is your role model.
I thought Omoyele Sowore can be a role model, but I was disappointed when I joined his party.
Oh.
I was also disappointed.
So definitely you and Omoyele Sowore did not share any vision together.
No. No. I called him, I told him so many things when we are contesting how we can at least achieve in this 2023 election. But I see him as someone that so believe and so full of himself. So I have to step aside and so full of himself.
In what way?
Sowore, if you tell Sowore to let us do this, let us do it this way, okay, let me give you some example.
Okay.
AAC in Oyo State during the presidential election or before a presidential election, there was an disagreement and misunderstanding in the party. We were shouting, talking in the group that the president should come and interfere to this, to call everyone in one accord to as the head of the group, at the head of the party. Do you believe Sowore came to Ibadan and started doing talk to radio stations, TV stations, and did nothing about the misunderstanding or the disagreements in the party?
Wow.
He came to some radio station that was even in my local government. I saw it online. I was not called. I was not informed it's coming. I saw it online in the group, and I took my car immediately and went there. Getting there, I met Sowore. It's an opportunity to at least to let him understand some things going on in the party, at least for us to achieve. Sowore showed me and entered the car and drove off.
Does that make him to be full of himself?
You are contesting and you hear that the party you are contesting under is crashing and even damaging. Coming to Oyo State without calling all your candidates, all your members, all your executive, and one of them even still came to meet you. No talking, how far have you gone, how is everything, how is struggle with blah blah blah. You know how to at least encourage someone. Okay, how can we do this, how can we do that? Nothing. And you think that person is not full of himself?
All right, Honorable Alex, let's move on. Let's come back to Oyo State. Let's come back to where I will take it this way. Actually, you'll be saying one or two things about the administration of engineer Seyi Abiodun Makinde, but in the next 4 years, of which he has already embarked upon. What do you think we should expect, or what do you expect from him personally? Maybe your own expectation is quite different from the expectation of our viewers and the listeners at home.
My expectation from engineer Olusola Makinde, he has been doing it and I still expect more. In what way? As earlier said, is a social media governor. And I think yesterday I'm still reading another thing about spending 3 point something billion on Kia and buying Kia motor for security. I appreciate that. We got some pictures. Fine. We know the car may not be complete. The car may be complete, but is that what we need in Oyo State?
What exactly do we need in Oyo State?
They've been buying cars since he has been the governor of the state. What are these cars for? The security we are talking about, are we not still facing this? The road that are all damaged. We have one road here in garage here. It was given to the bricklayer, not the contractor. If what happened to the billions of naira they did not spend on it? Look at the operation light of your 40 billion naira. Look at the stadium. Can the stadium be used for international or any international something? Look at the garage. What's his union? After all, interest in union. How much is it from this? The palliative that was sent to Ayobami. Who are the the palliative that came to the coronavirus. People that share it. The money came in from the federal government. How are they? But we thought they will say the two road from Bada to Isheng. People come from Isheng and still complaining. From Iwo Road to Iwo boundary, 12 billion. The road is very, very far. Where is the money? So it's there from it. What else? Tell me what else we still spend.
But I think
The workers are saying is paying their salary on the 25. I'm not enjoying the salary.
Ibadan to that Iwo Road, I think it belongs to federal government.
But he approved it, and that is not the federal road he's going to do in our state. Despite the fact none of those roads are constructed is even a good road, giving road construction to bricklayer. My guy, I'm not expecting much from him. I believe God will save us.
So you just believe that God will save us, not that you expect something from him, maybe something tangible to help his administration, so that we can all be benefit from his administration. You know, we've been clamoring, we've been expecting something huge, something better during the Ometutu 2.0.
If we tell them what we expect, are they going to do it?
But we need to tell them, maybe they will do it.
And they should see what we've been saying for. Okay, let me give you another instance. Here in Nigeria, have you heard custom went to market and pack people's goods? First time, second time, third time, and the government is saying nothing about it. Doing nothing about it. Are those goods custom duty? Are they custom right to go to inside the market? What are they doing before the goods get to the market? If we say much and much and much, I believe this government is not ready to do anything they want. All you know is he pays salary on the 25. And we should continue receiving
and the civil servants are not complaining about that.
They are not complaining because they are collecting their own salary on the 25. But what about other things that they should be collecting? What about their rights? What about other responsibilities the government is supposed to do for them? None of them is receiving promotion. None of them is receiving any allowance. He said he's going to pay 13 months salary for the basic salary. Is that how Babaladoja started it? If we should talk about this government, to me, it's a social media government.
Honorable, I have this question on our social media page, on our Facebook page at MFM TV. This person goes by the name James Emmanuel Williams, saying, Honorable, should we access our government by road construction only? Should we say it is only through road construction? If they construct many roads for us, that is when we can say they are doing well?
I've said a lot about this government, and I think maybe the person joined when I was laying emphasis on the road construction. They told us they spent 14 billion. They are still lighting it with 33 million naira every month. Why not solar? We have so many solar supply that are even that can serve us more better than those diesel street lights. It told us at the first tenure that going to change this airport to international airport. How far has it gone about it?
Even the road is supposed to be what we should expect from him during his Ometutu 2.0. Or are you saying he has nothing in stock for us for his 10 seconds to go?
Have they even finished the road? Have they completed the road? Even those that are already complete, some of them have even damaged again. Some are not. The government is just a scam. To me, the government is a scam.
Oh.
They will tell us they spend millions of naira on something within 3 months, 4 months. Billions of naira has already collapsed. I can say it categorically. Maybe in Oyo State, I don't think we have any. Okay, I think we have like maybe 5 or 6 staff, but not up to 20 assistant board. The Amatekun, if you want to call them now, you need to pay. What happened to their fuel assistance? What happened to their salary? Are they even receiving salary as they're supposed to be? What about their welfareism? Do they even have quality weapons? Can they even defend themselves, not to talk of defending others?
But I think Ejina Shimamide has been calling for support of the federal government to equip this Amotekun so that they can defend us well. Is that a setback on his own administration as well?
Do the federal government accept Amotekun at all?
Of course not. The federal government did not even eventually recognize Amotekun.
So they go ahead and do it. They approve it on their own. They said it's Southwest Security something. And so they should finance it themselves. Are they not receiving allocation? Is there no income? Are they not receiving other income in Oyo State?
Is it the allocation that is not even enough for us to feed upon in Oyo State?
But it's very enough for them to enjoy and travel out every month. Taking out full plane out every blessed month, enjoying their life in UK, US. What do you say?
How sure are you about that? That is, you are saying the allocation given to the state government, they are part of what they use to spend for their personal use.
Okay, so they are using another. They are working extra to run Oyo State budget. What are we trying to say? So they run another company. They work elsewhere to finance Oyo State government, and everybody wants to eat out of it.
Okay, let's go quickly on a short commercial break, and then when we come back, In state politics today, we are still in Oyo State. Part of the promises that engineer Seyi Makinde made during his first tenure, when he was campaigning for his first Ometutu 1.0, then he went look and carry of the whole local government in Oyo State, and then he made some promises of which we are yet to see the effect of those promises. It's the politics today, and this is MFM TV. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back.
Welcome to Politics Today.
On all our social media platforms, on Facebook at AIM-FM and TV,
on Twitter at AIM_FM,
on Instagram at AIM-FM_TV,
on YouTube AIM-FM Radio and TV.
Ìgbà tó tó bá ní ṣe baálé ọba gbọ́migbọ́mi, kọ̀ǹkọ̀ tó tún kọ̀ǹkọ̀ ní ṣe ọba wọn lálẹ́ odò. Ó jẹ́ tìròyìn tó kojú owó, orin tó dùn ún gbọ́ létí, àṣà, ẹ̀fẹ̀ àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí lọ́lọ́kanjọ̀kan. Ìkànnì AIM-FM rédíò ọba ló jẹ́ láwùjọ rédíò.
The Asia's Hotels and Conference Center is one and only event place with a clear difference and tasteful excellence here in the Asian city of Ibadan. For your next and upcoming event, whether marriage engagement, wedding reception, anniversaries, conferences, seminars, or birthday, the Asia's Hotels and Conference Center is affordable and fully equipped with all imaginable ultra-modern facilities for your total convenience without headache, security, power, environment, parking space, and royal service by the staff. All roads lead to the Aces Hotel and Conference Center today at kilometer 2.5 Ijokodo Akwete Akoko Road at Gere Ibadan. For booking and more information, call 080-8746-7420, 080-9744-1898, or 080-2869-0012. The Aces Hotels and Conference Center, where comfortability speaks in words.
You can reach us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook at AIM-FM and TV,
on Twitter at AIM_FM,
on Instagram at AIM-FM_TV,
on YouTube AIM-FM Radio and TV.
You welcome back from that short commercial break. This is Politics Today on MFM TV, where we set agenda and project the truth situated in the premises of the Aces Hotel Akwete in Ibadan. And don't forget, as I've said earlier, you can be part of the show by hitting up the number 0815919. 4247 is the right number to call into, or 08022484124. Those are the two numbers that you can call to become part of the conversation on Politics Today. I see have with me in the house Honorable Alex Oludayo, and then we've been sharing minds, we've been rubbing minds all together about one or two things that comes up when we talk about politics in Oyo State and in Nigeria as a whole. Before we leave that of Oyo State, during the first tenure of Engineer Seyi Makinde, or before I go into that, I have this question. Same person from James Emmanuel say, is anything wrong in infrastructure development? I think this person is directing the question to you, saying, is anything wrong in infrastructure development? You'll be saying the constructor, maybe the stadium, and then maybe I'm just presuming that maybe that is what this person means by is anything wrong in infrastructure development, or should we say Mr. Governor should go and demolish the stadium now?
We can't say the governor should demolish all he has done, he has already done them, and they've been done, and nothing can change it. But what we are saying is there are some other important things we need in Oyo State than those things. When Ayobami was in government, there's something we call Operation Bust. I think in Ogun State they call it Open Open. So I think also in some areas in Lagos State, or maybe I think Lagos got their Lagos got their own SRO. So I think each state has their own. And these people manage the security of those states very well. I mean perfectly well. Without spending all these billions and billions and billions on those unnecessary things. That is one, in terms of security. Two, in terms of garage and park management system and blah, 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 blah. I don't like talking much about park management, but spending those billions of naira on garage, park management, and other things, which they cannot even recover those money if he's still the governor for 20 years. Is that what we need? Three, the stadium. Spending those billions on that stadium, and how much have they even recovered from that stadium? How much can we recover before his 8 years, or even if he has another 8 years, making 14 years, can he recover this money? 4, rural areas. What are his concerns about those rural areas? Nothing. 5, farmer. I was told he sent some people to Nasarawa and gave them 100,000 naira, blah, 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 give them laptop, blah, blah, blah. Those he sent to Nasarawa, spending billions of naira on, how many of them even know or understand anything about farming? How many of them are now practicing the farming? 6, our road to the market, to where some of us even get or gain some things to eat, how damaged or bad are they? If you want to take anything to the market, you need to consider the road and the park. What are those billions going for? If I should continue counting, but at least let me make it 7, to make it 7-point agenda. Our honorables, I mean the legislatives. We have student parliament and we have those honorables that we voted for. What are their effective? Are they effective? Are they productive? What are they doing in the house? Are they even representing us or representing their pocket? And they are spending billions and billions and billions. The governor never questioned them about their constituency allowance, and they don't receive the constituency allowance often and often. What are they even doing it for? What are they using it to do? Why are they still giving them when they know they are not even using it? 8, the local government chairman and the councillors and all that people spending our money in local government. What have they done since 3 or thereabout years they've been in office?
But Engineer Sheyi Makinde
How
said
many
he does not
local
believe in local government as well.
Sir?
Engineer Sheyi Makinde said it categorically that he did not believe in local government.
And why can't he now dissolve it?
Is it not constitutional for
Why
us to have a
don't-
local government chairman?
The constitution said we should have local government. The governor know they are not functioning, and he has the power to dissolve it. He put them there. He conduct the election. He spent millions of naira on the election. Why can't he dissolve it and let another people go there? The local government chairman that is not functioning, why can't they even remove the person and put another person there? That is just giving an excuse.
I know
If I should keep on,
because of our time,
Talking
maybe
about
I
this
should
problem.
just wrap it up with these 2 questions before we move into any other thing. During the last, before Engineer Sheyi Makinde was sworn in for his first tenure, he made mention of one river in Isheyi when we talk about Ikere River, and then saying it would make use of that dam to produce, to provide power, energy in terms of electricity for the benefit of the people of Oyo State. And then I remember vividly that we have another dam when we talk about Ashejire there. That is between the boundary of Oyo State and that of Osun State. But of what use do you think governor, a state government should have make use of all these resources? We have resources in Oyo State, and then the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has authoritatively given mandate to all state governors to generate power for each state. But if we have these 2 dams in Oyo State, what is Mr. Governor looking forward to? And then he should act swiftly, or should we say it's a bluffy governor as you have proposed and projected?
if I should talk about that, I will still say that is a scam. The governor just scammed the people just for them to vote for him. It can be done. Even there are some other things that can be done to let us have stable life in Oyo State. There are so many things. I was talking to my governorship candidate when we are contesting. He told us that we can generate light in Oyo State, stable light, without even having any problem. We can generate light from so many things. The Lord bless us in Nigeria with so many things. The Kanji Dam, we have a lot of things we can make use of in Oyo State. We can even make use of if the contractors give us the estimate and the estimate is high, we can consider solar. If we arrange a big solar somewhere, how many are we in Oyo State that we can't even spend? Even all these billions of naira spending on unnecessary things, if they spend it on this light alone, I believe it's an achievement. But to me, they know what to do. All our government in Nigeria know what to do, but they are not doing it.
I have this question, this comment on Facebook coming from Ojedo Kolumide saying Engineer Sheyi Makinde way of spending is not timely. He is just wasting the state resources. What effort being made in reconstructing the dilapidated Agbowo shopping complex? The guy should have just leave it how it was before. Let me go into this. Lately we have the announcement of our people, appointment of commissioners, and then we've had that of the screening process of the ministers in the federal level as well. Let me ask you this question: that how can state government work to ensure that the appointed officials represent the diverse needs and perspectives of their constituents? The appointed officials, how can they work effectively to make sure that the people they are representing, they benefited from their offices, and they will see their effect on our nation, on our state, or in our local government, in each ward, in each constituency?
Thank you, sir. First, are we appointing the people that have the interest of the masses? Or we are appointing people that we think we should just put in a position for them to also see maybe some of their debts, or some of their expenses, or some of our government or our leaders are not appointing people that are capable of doing things. They are appointing people that they think this one will be useful, let me give him this. This one will be useful, let me give him that. At the federal government, Baba Jagaban promised heaven and earth. If he didn't talk, but he believe is bringing you hope. So many Nigerians expect more from him. Now let's look at his appointment. The rejected person from Osun, rejected by the people of Osun, was now promoted to the ministerial level. Someone that has been trying so hard in Oyo State that the people said they are not even doing it, and they are not ready to do it, and they will not do it, was promoted to the higher level. What do you expect those people to do? Are they going to represent the people they claim they should represent? I'm asking you, sir.
You've said a lot, and I'm just trying to read this comment on the Facebook that says, I did not believe in any appointment. The appointment is always by favor of scratch my back and scratch yours. Let's learn from Emefiele. Well, I don't know what happened to Emefiele. I don't know why appointment of Emefiele. What has it got to do with this one anyway? But saying, is it by favor? Saying, you scratch my back as scratch yours as well. Do you believe in that with this comment, with this opinion of James Emmanuel Williams?
That's what they've been doing, and that is what they will continue doing. That's what they've been doing. That's why I give you a straight example. Someone that was rejected. Okay, look at Akpabio, former senator. We heard a lot about him. Still, Baba still supports him to be the Senate president.
Is he not capable enough?
He's capable.
Is he not competent?
Very, very competent.
I'm asking you, and Nigerians want you to be sincere.
I'm answering you. At least spending 2 million naira on vacation. Vacation of how many months? How many civilians? How many? And how many servants or how many
civil servants.
Official workers? Civil servant, thank you. Is receiving 2 million naira as salary in a month. But they can use it as their enjoyment of holiday.
Weekend bonuses, weekend allowance.
I think something that in this limited time, all the money they share is too much for Benga Daniel to sleep for. I know billions or millions of naira has gone into their account. Are they the people representing us? We say we claim we are going there to serve the people. Why are the people suffering and nothing has been done for it? You claim you want to remove the subsidy. Fine, we agree. Why is dollar still affecting the subsidy? Why are we rating on dollars? Why can't they work on that dollar? Calm down. What's delaying them to work on dollar? Who is in charge? Okay, what are the things that need to be put in place to make things easy for these people? We want food. We want crude oil. Baba promised us that Dangote refinery will start working in October. Now telling us it will start working on the 2025. What's going on? What happened to the Dangote cement in Nigeria? Why are we buying Dangote cement at the rate of 5,000 naira in Nigeria? And some other countries are buying it cheap. Something you produce in our country and you still use it to suffer. We are still suffering for it. And you said it's not.
Let me end my question with this on this show for today. You made mention of one thing. You believe that it is only the youth that can do it right and well. But I want to cite some references. Let's draw back our attention to the time we once had youth representing us in Nigeria when we talk about Otuba. I beg your pardon, the former speaker of House of the Representative in Nigeria that comes from Ogun State. We've had how old was Benga Daniel when he governed as a governor of Ogun State then? How old was Dimeji Bankole when he led the House of Representatives then? But they all missed. They really disappointed us. Do you still believe we should believe in the mandate of the youth, the younger ones? Let me cite an example. I was in a group like that in 2020, and then they said they wanted to form a political party that each member of the group should donate 1,000 naira. I will be sincere with you now. We are all youths in that group. Do you know what? Should I say they embezzled the money? The money could not be accounted for. Are they not the kind of youth, the younger ones that we are looking forward to govern Nigeria? Do you still believe that it is only the youth, the younger ones that can do it, not the experience of these our leaders that we've had?
Thank you. Let me start from where you stopped. YPP, is it YPP or YDP? Either of the two, because I was also in the group. What happened to the money
the
is
name of the group, but thank God you even know you even know the platform.
I mentioned the name of the group for you to know that I'm also aware of it, because I also send money. My money is also part of it.
Wow.
Because I was so interested in the money then. I was so interested in the party. But what happened is, these old people, what they do is, when they see that we started organizing something big, something large that can affect them, they will start buying some of us, planting their own boy. And they will make sure those their boys will hold at least strong post in the group. That is how they disorganize the mission. Why the Young Democratic Party, it should have been the best party and the best option for all youths in 2023 election. That is what we all think of. Before Peter Obi came in, so immediately Peter Obi came in, everyone disorganized the something and go for Peter Obi. That is what lifted Peter Obi up. That one aside. Then you are talking about Dimeji Bankole. They say if you can't beat them, you join them. Dimeji Bankole wants to be the Speaker of Nigeria, and he knows he cannot do this thing alone. If he did not bow for these old people, he can't get there or they kill him. So it's still the same thing as if we are still repeating the old cargo, because you have to dance to their tunes. We know the consequence. I myself, I've been called several times. Alex, I'm a finance, I'm a chef, I'm a seller, I'm a that. If I want to, I believe I will be rich more than them. I believe so, but I love my people. I love the masses. I love the poor Nigerians so much, because I also came from a poor home. Because I always think what would be the hope of Nigeria, poor Nigerian youth in Nigeria in the next 5 years. Not even knowing that it won't even get up to that year. See how Nigeria is now crumbling, how Nigeria is, how the country is going every day, every now and then. The only solution is if we youth can come together and speak in one accord. If we can see an elderly person that can organize us, lead us, guide us, finance us, because now we need finance. Because if we should repeat what has been done, the same thing will still happen. So that is the solution. If we have so many youth that can do it, if we can see a youth, okay, we don't expect anything from anybody. This is what you want to do. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. How are we going to move in it? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? Then, but if you are doing it on donation, these people will donate and still call the executive. There are like 50 million that send the account in. Silent. It's either you do it or you die. And they won't come out and tell you that they want to keep them. So that's the option, Yoga.
Wow. Even though we have a lot more to discuss on the show for today, but because we just need to go to give him for the next program that is coming up on MFM TV, where we set agenda and project the truth situated in the premises of the DSS Hotel. Here since 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I've been talking and then having a conversation with Honorable Alex Oludayo, a seasoned politician who has shed more light on one or two things that we need to know. I have this comment from Victoria Oluwademilade saying, I don't even know what to say to all this. Well, and then I have this one coming from Oluwadamilola saying, nice to meet you here, Honorable Alex Oludayo. They are extending their greetings to you. As the person still continues saying, I believe the youth can do more better too. And even after reconstructing the Agbo complex, I haven't seen the excess. And Victoria Oluwademilade again saying Nigeria is shattered already. We need restructuring. And this is the convenient time for us to leave the show for today. This is a convenient point for us that we shall be drawing the curtain on today's episode of Politics Today. Many thanks to Larry, the man behind the curtain, who has been doing a great job there. Until next week, Monday, that Politics Today will come your way again. Don't forget, tomorrow morning issue will come your way. Olusola Ayobami is my name, and people call me Living Soup, and I say bye for now.
You can reach us on all our social media platforms on Facebook at AIM FM and TV.